My coworkers sabotaged me to get my job. They made me look incompetent to management. They spread lies. They undermined everything I did, and it worked. I got demoted. They got promoted to run my team. Everyone expected me to fight back, to expose them, to cause drama. I didn't. I smiled. I congratulated them. I stepped aside quietly, and then I watched. 3 months later, they lost the company's biggest client. 6 months later, the entire division was failing. The CEO personally called me begging me to come back. I named my price, VP title, double my old salary, and every single one of them fired. They agreed. This is the story of how I got revenge without saying a single word, how I let my saboteurs destroy themselves, and how patience became the most powerful weapon I ever used. My name is Sarah. I'm 38 years old, and until 8 months ago, I was the team lead for client operations at a mid-sized tech company. I was good at my job, really good. I'd been with the company for 7 years, started as a junior account manager, and worked my way up. I knew our systems inside and out. I knew our clients. I knew how to solve problems before they became disasters. Our team managed 15 major corporate clients, worth about $12 million in annual revenue to the company. Under my leadership, we had 98% client retention. Industry average is around 75%. I had a team of 6 people reporting to me. We worked well together, or so I thought. The truth is, I was carrying that team. I didn't realize how much until later. When clients had issues, they called me directly. When systems broke, I fixed them. When deadlines got tight, I stayed late and made sure everything got done. My team, they did the basics, answered emails, attended meetings. But the real work, the strategy, the problem solving, the client relationships, that was me. I was being considered for a director position. My boss kept telling me I was next in line for promotion. Everything was going exactly how I wanted, until it wasn't. It started small. Things I didn't notice at first. My team would have meetings without me. They'd say it was just to collaborate or touch base. I thought it was initiative. I encouraged it. I started getting left off email chains, important ones. I'd find out about client issues hours after my team already knew. When I asked why no one told me, they'd say, "Oh, we thought you knew," or "We didn't want to bother you." Red flag. But I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Then mistakes started happening. Big ones. A client presentation I'd prepared went out with old data I'd specifically told my team to update. The client wasn't happy. My team said they forgot. I took responsibility and fixed it. Another client's renewal contract got delayed because paperwork wasn't filed on time. My responsibility as team lead. I apologized to the client and got it sorted. My team member who was supposed to handle it said she got confused about the deadline. These weren't accidents. I know that now. They were making me look incompetent, deliberately. The final piece was the whisper campaign. My team started going to my boss, separately, strategically, with concerns about my leadership. Sarah seems overwhelmed. Sarah's missing details. Sarah doesn't communicate well. We're worried about Sarah's ability to handle the workload. They framed it as caring, as concern. But it was character assassination, and I had no idea it was happening. The bomb dropped on a Wednesday morning. My boss called me into his office. His expression was serious. "Sarah, we need to talk about your performance." I was confused. "My performance? What about it?" "I've been getting feedback from your team. They're concerned. They say you're dropping balls, missing deadlines, not communicating effectively." I felt like I'd been punched. "That's not true. The client presentation with the wrong data, the delayed renewal contract, the communication issues, these are patterns, Sarah. Those were isolated incidents. I fixed them immediately. Your team says they've been covering for you, that they're doing more of the work while you're distracted." Distracted? I wasn't distracted. I was doing their work. "Who specifically said this?" I asked. "I can't reveal that, but it's come from multiple team members independently." Independently. Right, they'd coordinated this. "I want to review the actual work output," I said. "I can show you." We're making a change. He cut me off. We're restructuring the team. You're being moved to a senior account manager role. Marcus is being promoted to team lead. Marcus. The guy who'd been on my team for 2 years and could barely manage his own accounts without my help. You're demoting me. We're repositioning you where we think you'll be most effective. Most effective. Corporate speak for, we don't trust you anymore. I could have fought, could have defended myself, could have exposed what was really happening. But in that moment, I made a decision. I was going to let them have exactly what they wanted. I didn't argue, I didn't get emotional, I didn't cause a scene. I said, I understand. When does this take effect? My boss looked surprised. I think he expected me to fight. Next Monday, we'll announce the restructure to the team tomorrow. Okay, I'll make sure the transition is smooth. The next day, they announced it to the team. Marcus was now team lead. I was transitioning to a senior individual contributor role to focus on strategic accounts. My former team tried to look sympathetic, but I saw it. The satisfaction in their eyes. They'd won. I congratulated Marcus, shook his hand, smiled. You're going to do great, I lied. Over the next 2 weeks, I did exactly what they asked. I transitioned everything. I documented processes. I handed over client relationships. I created detailed guides for everything I used to handle. I was the perfect team player. But here's what I didn't do. I didn't explain the nuances. I didn't share the relationships I'd built with clients over years. I didn't reveal the hundreds of small things I did to keep everything running smoothly. I gave them the instructions, but not the knowledge. I gave them the map, but not the territory. And then I stepped back and watched. The first month, things seemed fine, on the surface. Marcus was enjoying his new title. My former team was celebrating their victory. They thought they'd gotten away with it. I kept my head down, did my new job, managed my smaller set of accounts, didn't offer help unless directly asked, and I wasn't asked. The first sign of trouble was subtle. Client emails were taking longer to get responses. I'd see clients reaching out multiple times before getting answers. Then I started hearing things in the break room. The team was slammed. They were drowning in work. Funny, the workload hadn't changed. The same number of clients, the same issues, the same tasks. The difference was me not doing it anymore. By the end of month 1, they'd missed their first deadline. A quarterly business review for one of our top clients got pushed back because they weren't prepared. The client wasn't happy, but they were understanding. Once, I said nothing. Month 2 is when things started falling apart faster. A client called me directly, my old client that I'd managed for 5 years. She was frustrated. Sarah, I know you're not on my account anymore, but can you help me? I've been trying to get an answer from Marcus for a week and I'm getting nowhere. I wanted to help, but I didn't. I'm sorry, but you'll need to work through Marcus now. I'm not on your account. But you know our systems, you know our history. Marcus keeps saying he'll look into it, but nothing happens. I understand your frustration, but I can't overstep. Marcus is your point of contact now. She was not happy, but she accepted it. That client wasn't the only one. I started hearing from other clients. Confusion, frustration. Things weren't getting handled the way they used to. My former team was struggling. They'd realized that what I made look easy was actually incredibly complex. They didn't have the institutional knowledge. They didn't have the client relationships. They didn't have the skills. And they were too proud to ask for help. By the end of month 2, they'd made their first serious mistake. They'd sent the wrong pricing information to a client. The client signed a contract based on that pricing we couldn't actually honor. The company had to eat a $50,000 loss to keep the client happy. Management was starting to notice. Month 3 is when everything imploded. We had one client who was worth $3 million annually to the company. They'd been with us for 8 years. I'd personally managed that relationship for the last 6 years. They were demanding, high maintenance, but profitable. The key to managing them was constant communication, anticipating their needs, and never, ever dropping the ball. Marcus didn't understand that. He treated them like any other client, responded to emails when he had time, didn't proactively reach out, missed the subtle warning signs that they were unhappy. I saw it happening. I could have intervened. But I didn't. In week 10, that client called an emergency meeting with our CEO. They were leaving, taking their $3 million in annual revenue to a competitor. The reason? We don't feel like a priority anymore. Our account management has been terrible since the team restructure. We're tired of being ignored. The CEO tried to save it, offered concessions, discounts, anything. They'd made up their mind. We lost them. $3 million in revenue, gone. The CEO called an emergency leadership meeting. My boss was there. Marcus was there. The VP was there. They wanted answers. Marcus tried to deflect, blamed the client, said they were impossible to please. The CEO wasn't buying it. They were with us for 8 years. They were happy for 8 years. What changed? The answer was obvious to everyone in the room. I was no longer managing that relationship, but no one said it out loud. Yet. 2 days after we lost the big client, I got a call from the CEO. "Sarah, this is Robert. Do you have a few minutes to talk?" "Of course." "I wanted to get your perspective on what's happening with the operations team." I chose my words carefully. "I'm not on that team anymore, so I don't have full visibility. But you led that team for 3 years. You know these clients. What do you think went wrong with the client? Here was my chance. I could have thrown Marcus under the bus, could have exposed the sabotage, could have said, 'I told you so.' I didn't. They're a relationship-driven client. They need constant attention and communication. It takes time to build that trust. You had that trust." "I did. It took years." "Could you get them back?" And there it was, the question I'd been waiting for. "Possibly, but I'd need to understand what the company's goals are here. Are we trying to save one client, or are we trying to fix the underlying problems?" "Both." "Then we need to talk about the team structure and accountability." There was a pause. "Can you come to my office tomorrow at 9 a.m.? I'll be there." The next morning, I walked into the CEO's office. My old boss was there. So was the VP of sales. Robert got straight to it. "We're losing clients. Team morale is in the toilet. The operations division is failing. We need to fix this, and we need you to fix it." "What are you proposing?" "We want you back as team lead, effective immediately." I shook my head. "No." They looked shocked. "No," my old boss repeated. "I'm not interested in going back to my old role. If I'm going to fix this, I need the authority to actually fix it, and I need to be compensated appropriately." Robert leaned forward. "What do you want?" "VP of Client Operations. Full authority over the division, the power to restructure as I see fit." That's a significant jump. You're asking me to save a $12 million division that's currently failing. I'd say that's worth a VP title. What else? Salary. I was making $95,000 as team lead. I want $180,000. The team that sabotaged me. I want them gone, all of them. "Sarah, we can't just fire people. They deliberately undermined me. They lied to management. They've proven they can't do the job. If I'm going to rebuild this division, I can't do it with people who've already shown they're willing to sabotage for personal gain." Robert made a decision. "Fine. You get the title, you get the salary, and you get to restructure the team as you see fit. But I want that big client back, and I want this division turned around in 90 days. You'll have it." We shook hands. I'd won. My first day as VP of Client Operations, I called a team meeting. Marcus and the rest of my former team walked in expecting a normal check-in. They saw me sitting at the head of the table and their faces went white. "I'm sure you've heard by now, but there's been another restructure. I'm the new VP of Client Operations, which means I'm everyone's boss now." The room was silent. "Over the next week, I'll be conducting performance reviews with each of you individually. I'll be looking at metrics, client feedback, and team contribution. Based on those reviews, I'll be making decisions about the team composition going forward." One by one over the next week, I met with each person who had sabotaged me. I presented them with their actual performance data, client satisfaction scores, response times, work quality metrics. Every single one of them was underperforming, significantly. I gave them each the same option. You can resign with a neutral reference letter, or I can terminate you for performance and it goes on your record. Your choice. 4 of them resigned. 2 I had to fire. Marcus was the last one. When he came into my office, he tried to apologize. Sarah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize... You didn't realize that lying about your boss to get her job would have consequences? We just thought... You thought you could do my job better than me? And you were wrong. You're facing the consequences. Please, I need this job. You should have thought about that before you sabotaged me. You have until end of day to clean out your desk. He left. Just like the others. Within 2 weeks, I'd completely rebuilt the team, hired people who actually had the skills, people I could trust, and I personally called the big client. This is Sarah. I'm back, and I want to talk about bringing you back as a client. They came back, with a bigger contract than before. Within 90 days, the division was not only stabilized, it was thriving. I'm now VP, making nearly double what I used to make. I have actual authority, and every single person who tried to destroy me is gone. I didn't fight back loudly. I didn't expose them. I didn't cause drama. I just let them take the job they wanted so badly, and I watched them fail. Patience isn't just a virtue. Sometimes it's the perfect revenge.